Okay, my friends, here it is. I'm going to show you in this video how to make a very effective natural pesticide. Now, this can go by the name Jadam Herbal Solution, although Jadam is in no way the first one to ever do this. This is actually a very ancient technique. So, what it boils down to is essentially you take plants that have strong odors and known pest repellent capabilities and you boil them down to extract the essence, and then you spray it onto the plants, and that's essentially it. But there's a lot of wild confusion about the Jadam Herbal Solution, so I just simplify it here in these videos. That's what I do with the whole Jadam thing. So what you want to do is utilize what is in your area available to you and that grows easily. All right, so in Korea they use the ginkgo and the Korean pasque flower and the red spider lily, some other ones, things we do not have anywhere around here. Okay, so but things that we do have here are garlic, lots of it, and cayenne peppers. So in this here, we use the garlic and the cayenne peppers with tremendous results. This is a very effective natural pesticide. So let me just get right into it. I'm going to show you how to make the Jadam Herbal Solution. Then we're going to come back and I'll tell you how to use it. Okay, first thing you want to do is in a large pot, add however many cayenne peppers you have access to, and then as much garlic as you have access to. Now these are plants from last year that were still pretty decent, and then some of the real small ones from this year. But I'm going to add the whole plant and the bulbs and all that stuff. So it doesn't matter specifically how much you have, because what we're going to do is add all the plant material that you have, and then fill with water until it's completely submerged, and then an additional 30%. Look how nice that one is. So you're going to add as much plant material as you have access to, fill it so that all the material is submerged with water, and then add an additional 30% of water to cover everything. Okay, once you have covered all the plant material in water and an additional 30%, then on high heat, bring it up to a rip-roaring boil like this. Let it boil on high like this for 15 minutes, and then make sure everything stays nice and submerged by periodically pressing it down. Then move it to the back burner and take it on medium heat, give or take, put a cover on it, and let it go for 2 to 4 or even 5 hours. The longer the better, but I didn't have time to let it go beyond 3 hours. So here we are at 3 hours. Everything is nice and dissolved, sort of. The stuff, the mixture is nice and dark and rich colored, and it's really pungent. I mean, I open that lid and my eyes immediately start watering. The whole house is filled with the aroma, odoriferous garlic, the sulfuric compounds in the garlic and whatnot, and the chilies. So it is ready to bottle. Okay, now we fill our canning jar with hot water, boiling preferably to get it up to temperature, and then we're going to strain it out. Now, this is very important. You want to really strain this mixture good to avoid clogging your sprayer and drip emitters. So put something like a pillowcase in there, and then you want to pour it through that. All right, I know it's going to be slow and you might have to reposition the pillowcase and all that, but it is so worth it, because this is going to save your backpack sprayer or your drip emitters. So just keep doing it, and every time you have to set the pot down, leave the burner on so that you're always grabbing it at a roaring boil, so that once it's full like this, then you will place the canning lid on and secure it nice and tight. And that is going to, as it cools, that's going to create the seal, and this stuff is going to stay good for quite a while. Now look, see here, this is where all of that would have been the material that had clogged your backpack sprayer, and you'd be real irritated. So make sure you use something this fine. It will save you in the long run. Okay, here we go. Now it will stay good like this for a number of months, but we won't need to wait that long because we'll be using it. So once you open it and pop the seal, keep it in the refrigerator. Okay, now that you have made the solution, how do we use it? You spray it onto the plant leaves. So hopefully you already have your pump sprayer or whatever method you're going to use. And listen, you spray only in the evening and nighttime, only going into the nighttime. Do not spray this stuff when in the sun. Do not spray it if it's in the shade but gonna be in the sun. No sunlight can hit this stuff. while it's still wet on the leaves. It will burn the plants, okay? So the best time to do it is as the sun is setting, or I personally do it at night with a headlamp, all right? So you start out by mixing it 1 ounce to the gallon, which would be 1 to 128. Then you can move all the way up to, so you spray it with that, 1 ounce per gallon, spray it at night with that, and observe the plant. Make sure that there's no brown spots, no burnt leaf tips, and make sure that the plant doesn't wilt up, that it responds okay. And if that's okay, and you still have an issue, then you can move up a little bit more, 2 ounces a gallon. But then you can, all the way up to a cup a gallon, okay? That's 1 to 16. That's as concentrated as you want to use this. But you're observing all along the way. And what this is going to do is it's just going to have an overall repellent effect of critters and insects and all of this, okay? So I spray this on the plants probably once a week. If there's an infestation, then you can spray it on every night if you need to. But if there's no infestation, which there really shouldn't be on healthy plants that much, then your maintenance solution is once a week, once every other week even, unless you see the pest pressure. Then you apply more. Now the last thing, we always apply this herbal solution with a wetting agent. So until I show you guys how to make the Jadam wetting agent, which is awesome by the way, which I will show you, but not at the moment, you can use Dr. Bronner's, any pure Castile oil soap. You also can use Dawn dish detergent, although I personally have not used that. So, well, I have a couple of times. I just don't make it a habit, you know, because I don't really like it. There's too many chemicals in it and stuff. So, but it will work. But ideally, you really want to be using just pure Castile oil soap. Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. Get you a thing of it. And we use 1 ounce a gallon of the Bronner's, of the Castile soap. 1 ounce a gallon, and then your herbal solution. Now, if you really have a bad infestation, you can go up to 1 cup a gallon of the herbal solution and 2 ounces a gallon of the soap. But that's as concentrated as you want the stuff, okay? But you always do the two together, the Castile oil soap and the herbal solution, okay? So if you gained something from this video, my friends, give it a thumbs up. Check out the description for all kinds of links to stuff that I talk about and that I use. And let me know your experience or your questions in the comments below.